Looks like I'm live. Hold on a second. Oh my goodness. Hi everyone, how are you? Looks like I'm live. So as I mentioned before, I said that I do not want to do anything with the Karen retrial, what have you, but some things happened today, so I felt like I really need to come in and talk to you guys about it. Because why? Because I said it. Again, I said it, I said it, I said it, and here it is again. Everything I said is, yeah. It's so bizarre that the notifications doesn't work. So if you don't get my notification, check if you have enabled the bell. If you enabled the bell and still don't get the notification, which is often the case, then please unsubscribe and subscribe again and hit the bell, and that will renew for YouTube to show you the notifications when I go in live, because the lives oftentimes are not visible and people not get the notifications. So what I said was literally before that this trial will get nasty. This trial will get out of, it's already super bizarre, super nasty, like since day one, and will get worse. I said that. Watch the last video I made about this, and actually it did happen. So it's getting, I'm telling you, it will get more and more bizarre and more nasty. And so if you are my Bright Star Club members, and by the way, shout out to my new member, Universal Truth, welcome to the Bright Side Club supporters, and the Bright Side Club members will also get all the extended videos and more detailed videos that I do not publish on YouTube for the public, and more detailed videos are waiting for you guys there. So I said literally that after, especially Paul O'Keefe's video, paid interview, in my opinion, was 100 million% paid, was actually the opening the door for being more nasty. And again, this society, and again, I'm not a murder, whatever, true crime, whatever channel. I'm an educational channel that takes these, and frankly, all matters that relates to humanity, and analyze it from the mental health perspective, from psychological perspective, from the societal perspective, and overall and general health and emotional health perspective. And what we can see here is that it was literally given the opening the door, that interview, to getting more nasty going forward, and more vicious and more nasty, full stop. And that's why I said, okay, I will be out, because I'm not going to go into nastiness and what have you. And I also like to point out here is that now we get, and actually Paul O'Keefe called people to be on their side. We will fight. We will be more powerful, he said, right? And so this means that people are thriving, and these channels around, I keep talking about this, thriving from these polarization, right? We see this on political campaigns. We see this in pretty much everywhere where the society is thriving, and the media and the social media and the influencers thriving from people being polarized. And that's not where the society needs to go. Instead of uniting, we are separating and more separating and more separating. It's just not, that's not, listen, there can be only one justice. One justice, and that should serve for all, right? So justice is justice. Of course, one side thinks that it's injustice, and the other one side says this is a justice. So in this case, guys, everyone was freaking drunk like a maniac. And pretty much, I literally saw today another trial case. And again, I'm not a true crime following person whatsoever. It's just the way I see things is more from the cuckoo side, right? If women drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks while she's on medication for epilepsy, she has seizures, she takes gabapentin, directly affects the brain, and then she drinks, and then the brain gets messed up, and then she drives through a birthday party of a 3-year-old and I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, children's birthday party, and kills 2 children, and dozens of people injured, like their lives are ruined. Cannot walk, broken bones, punctured lungs, and brain damage and speech problems, all of those things. Why? Because this person was goddamn beyond even the limit of being drunk, like on the limits of bizarrely above the limit of alcohol by law, right? And in the blood, they found not only alcohol but gabapentin. And that's the only defense point that the defense has. And so a lot, what I'm saying is, like, from the societal perspective, like these, everyone was freaking drunk. So point one is stop drinking. Stop. And again, coming from my perspective, why are people drinking this much? Why? Because people have problems, economical problems, relationship problems. I don't know. When we go deeper into this psychology, childhood trauma, everyone has childhood issues. Come on, let's do not make it like a gigantic issue here. Every single person on this planet Earth has some issues in childhood. Why? Because nobody's perfect. No mother, no father is perfect. Everyone tries the best they can. So to point it out, constantly blaming others, and that's why my channel is focusing on us, our empowerment, what we can do in this world, how we can grow in the society, how we can be more empowered in the society, instead of stop blaming non-stop other people. And the mother is the problem, the father is the problem, the childhood trauma is the problem, the boyfriend is the problem, the girlfriend is the problem, the husband is the problem, the wife is the problem, the boss is the problem, the colleagues are the problem, the neighbors, whatever the hell. You can blame the entire world, you can blame the universe, but no one looks at themselves. And if you join my Sunday lives, this is exactly what this is all about. My channel is all about. People coming on my channel get the point that it starts from us. And these cases that I'm covering, it's not because I'm like this true crime person, and it's not a channel like this. It's like, what can we learn from this? How can we learn from this? Coming back to the trials, right? Like whatever the hell happened today. So what happened today was that like, how more bizarre can this go, guys? I've never seen anything like this. I mean, seems like nobody really saw anything like this. So in the Karami trial, the jury, so again, and also I want to point this out, they did not directly reach out to the defense attorney Yanati and Jackson. It was through a third party that they got this information of the jury, and it was actually in the news that a third party sent Yanati a screenshot where one of the jury has mentioned that we were actually, all 12 were agreed that she did not murder him on purpose. So it was 12-0 that it totally agreed, that all of us agreed that she did not murder him on purpose. So then there was a Zoom call with one of the another third party, where mentioned that they were apparently working together with the other two jury members, and that Zoom call with Yanati, that third party, saying that they heard that these two juries said that they voted, actually, they were all agreeing on the first and the third. And the first and the third counts are second-degree murder is the first count, and the third count is purposefully leaving the scene and leave him to die. And that's the lesser degree of a count. And then the question, so there were so many questions now, right? So and then Yanati and Jackson filed a claim and said, okay, this has to be dismissed because when the trial has to be retrialed, then it cannot be retried because they already found count 1 and count 3 not guilty. And then the problem here is, so there are several problems here, right? So if the first, so they agreed on second-degree murder not guilty, right? And then the second count was driving under the influence and causing this, right? Let me see, hold on. And the train does its shebang again. Train. Or what is wrong with you? So leaving the scene with personal injury and death. And so and the second count is manslaughter while operating under the influence. So the problem here becomes, if they are in the second-degree murder, and then the lesser charge of leaving the scene with personal injury and death, so it was not guilty here, how they become also confused here when they already said that the lesser count, lesser degree is already not guilty. So that's one problem here. Like, what is this? And number three, I mean, the other point is number two. The other point is that apparently they did check the box of not guilty. And so why you didn't check the box of not guilty? And then the problem here is, the third problem is, did you misunderstand the instructions? And to be honest, I mean, these instructions can be confusing. There's so many, like when the judge reads the instructions, tell me if it's not confusing, right? If it's confusing, then they should have asked further. And if it's not confusing, which probably, I don't know, maybe it wasn't confusing, because the language they use in the letter, whoever was the spokesperson or the front person, the writing was so articulate and such a nice writing. So I'm a very particular about writing and the writing style, so I pay a lot of attention to that in general. So that writing was a very highly sophisticated writing. So I can't imagine that if someone didn't understand what the whole thing is, then either the foreperson or someone else described the scenario and said, here, listen, this means that and this means that. So apparently they all agreed, but they apparently didn't agree on the second, right? On the second count. But then again, why would you agreeing with the lesser degree count and the first degree count, at the first count and the lesser degree count, and then skip and be confused about the second count? Like, what is this? And then here's the other problem, right? So, and I want to open another door for this. The court TV literally brought some experts in, as per usual, weird experts. It has nothing to do with the state. I mean, come on, like, we're talking about court TV here, right? So court TV, if you consider yourself very like sophisticated and the channel for these crime whatever channels, what have you, the expert they brought in wasn't even from Massachusetts, and they literally said, I don't know in Massachusetts. I don't know in Massachusetts law. I don't know how it is in Massachusetts. I don't know how it is in Massachusetts. I don't know how it is in Massachusetts law. Like, not only the expert judge, but also the advocate, whatever expert, they were both not from Massachusetts, and zero idea of the Massachusetts law. And then making just like telling like the general what if, and then this 40-minute of waste of time of people, because guess what? And then on NBC Boston News, the person who was an expert was actually the dean of UMass, meaning University of Massachusetts, UMass School of Law, the dean. And he says, for example, the judge and the court TV expert, right? That judge, whoever she was, she said, how, why? And she's like passionate, like, why would you not call the jury? Why would you not call the jury? I mean, I don't get it. Why would you not call the jury? And if you would have no idea, you would say, Wait, man, yeah, right, yeah. Why didn't she call the jury? And then the dean of UMass Law School, School of Law, said that in Massachusetts, they don't do that in the court. Here's your answer. And so that's what I'm saying. I mean, I keep saying this in my videos. It's all about this, come on, like more gas, more gasoline underneath, more gasoline, and let's just, pump things to get more views and like get people jazzed up, like yeah, why she didn't pull the jury, or why they didn't pull the jury, which we see in other states. But apparently, I'm not a lawyer, whatever the hell, I'm just saying, like, as a scientist, critical thinking, right? Research, see all sides, all angles, and that's what I teach right here. I don't care who is who. I'm just talking the truth and the facts and how we need to analyze things in life. Research. And this person said in Massachusetts, they do not do this in court because the judge does not want to interfere and go into the business of the jury. That's why. Okay, why the court TV doesn't have a Massachusetts expert then? Not the Karen Reed expert from Massachusetts with the Boston accent. Not those. Real experts. Legal experts. So, hold on. The battery. Hold on. I will shake this. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Where is the cable? Where's the cable? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So, and then, yeah. And then that expert in, and by the way, whoever is here, hi everyone, how are you? Hi. And so also then the expert on the court TV said, when there will be evidential hearing, so the judge must do an evidential hearing, and when she does is that, when they pull the jury and when they bring the jury in back again, and then they're already being tainted by the media, by the surroundings. And didn't I say it? Didn't I say it? We are poisoning the justice system, and maybe we will be even further hurting the case. Because the judge would probably say, I'm not even going to call them because, hello, 1 week gone, and they are already infused with the public, reading, watching everything, and I already think they did, just saying. So, because I keep talking about in the 21st century, this is pretty much impossible. So, what happens is then she says, okay, you know what? They are tainted already. They have now a different opinion. What if they don't even remember what they did, what they said, what they discussed? It had to be right there and written then. And then the question becomes, did not the judge saw what they did? Now, apparently, they didn't cross the box, not guilty. Although they fought for it, right? The defense fought for it. That must be a not guilty box. Although then, apparently they did find not guilty, they didn't check the box. I mean, is this stupid or what? I don't know. Like, didn't you get it? Like, if you didn't get it, then why you didn't ask the judge again? Or I don't know, like, why would you not ask the judge back again and say, here guys, we don't get it, like, should we do this, should we not do this? I guess they were probably were not in the situation where they said, you know, we cannot agree, so they wouldn't mention that. But something was so off. Either they didn't get it, or they had no idea what they're doing, or I don't know. It's just very, very weird situation for the judge, for the defense, for the prosecution. Like, what is this now? So that's that. I just want to mention that. So I don't want to make this too long. Hi everyone, whoever is here. Hi. I don't want to make this too long. If there's nothing on the chat, then I will be closing this, because I have so much work to do, because you know, I have a lot of laptop problems and I still couldn't get my work done. So I will be going back to like work and just get my stuff finished, because I'm running with schedule behind the schedule, so I have to keep the schedule. And so yeah, that's that. And so for tomorrow I scheduled a the one for Alec Baldwin. I didn't want to even go into this. But what I saw is like, come on, man, I gotta say something about this. I just don't want to make it too long. Just like, I just want to make the point, because I think this is getting also ridiculous. The judge is, I don't know, I don't like this. What's going on? I don't like it at all. So something odd is going on there. So I want to mention this tomorrow, not tonight, but I want to mention this tomorrow. So nobody's here, so I want to say hi to everyone who is watching this later on. Again, I would like to reiterate that, of course, all my subscribers, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your likes, for all your beautiful comments. Very, very high quality community that I have here on my channel. I'm so proud of that. I also want to reiterate that I am not a murder, whatever, true crime, whatever channel. This is an educational channel, and I analyze it, as I mentioned in the beginning, from a different angle. I'm a scientist, and for me, it's important that we address these things and learn lessons from them, so that we do not, we are cautious in life, and we just do not do many things like drinking our heart out, right? Instead, then focus on healing ourselves. And that's what it is. I mean, I don't also not understand what the obsession so much is with these crime cases. I just don't get it. Like, I've seen, in fact, some people commenting, and that was, I think, very, very scary, even further scary. So you might have like realized, like, wait a minute, who watches these kind of stuff, right? These non-stop, these true crimes, what have you, like channels, and also the comments that there is writing, right? For example, I saw a woman. There was a on which case was that? I don't remember, some like murder case, like husband, wife, whatever, murder case, I don't even remember. And then there was a woman on the comments, I don't know what channel was it, like Court TV or Long Crime, what have you, I don't know, said something like, oh, I should do this to my husband or something. I'm like, and writing this so openly, how can this be possible? Like, blankly, I mean, what? What? There's a brutal murder case, and then some women write this in the comments. I mean, what is this? And that's exactly my point doing these videos. What is wrong with people? My point is to heal people, to empower people to not fall into these traps and seeing the red flags. Right? If the husband is stalking, and we see this in pretty much all murder cases where the husband stalks the wife, and then boom, the wife gets murdered. Obsession, craziness, narcissism, power, right? And my job, how I see it, helping people with making people aware and to also heal so that nobody falls into this trap of toxic relationships or unhealthy relationships or this power and the red flags, and how can you protect yourself from all of these stuff. It starts with you. It starts with you. And so not being in the environments like this and not being in a relationship like this, hearing the child out when your child says something is wrong with X, Y, and Z, then listen to the child and not be complicit because you have your own mental issues. You know what I'm saying? It's just so common, and it's getting worse, and it's getting a lot more. And the teenager murders, the children being even murdered, it's just unbelievable. The school shooters, right? They're all teenagers. Their lives are gone forever. Why? Because they have toxic parents who didn't give the love these children deserved. Also, I'm not even talking about the schizophrenia cases where actually medical issues are in place there. I'm not even, and many schizophrenia cases are not being handled correctly because oftentimes for schizophrenia, when they actually do the crime, is that when they stop taking medications. That's when things get awry. And oftentimes we see this all the time when these horrible murder cases and schizophrenia cases are pretty much always when they have stopped the medication. And so you see what I'm saying? So it's just important that we understand these things. And in the Karen Reed trial, coming back to that, every single person was drunk like a maniac. There was no single person who wasn't drunk. And so there you have it. One person is dead, brutally murdered, nobody remembers nothing. And so there you go. Where is the justice? Where, on all levels, I mean. On the O'Keefe family, on this family, don't even get me started. I'm not going to go into the narcissism of the current O'Keefes, but anyway, you know what I mean. But in general, like the justice for Officer O'Keefe and justice for Karen and what have you. It's just like, but everyone involved was like drunk like a maniac. So, and that's where I am coming from. The society needs to be healed, and someone has to point this stuff out so that we can actually address this stuff. And not just like watching like, oh yeah, these people are murdered. Wow, interesting. Yeah, let's discuss this. Discuss what? Discuss, or just like, and then also beside those comments, like the woman said about her own husband, that she should do the same with her husband. but also the people in this current retrial, where people are so, and often I see this in these type of channels, true crime channels, like lack of empathy, zero empathy, like they're making fun of stuff, just joking around, no empathy, like making fun of these and that and the other. Like, I just don't understand it. I don't understand it, how people can be like this. And that's where I come from. Like, I try to show and explain to you that this is wrong. Fundamentally wrong. As a human being living on this planet Earth, it's just wrong, with zero empathy, zero understanding of what's going on around us, zero compassion, of nothing. And that's the problem, what my mission is to address, to heal finally people from mentally, physically, emotionally, and also to empower people so that they do not fall into these type of traps. Gabby Potato, right? Not potato, sorry, Potato. That trial, right? Like, she was beaten several times and he was abusive to her, and she still believed in this. And that's where I will make videos about these, and I have lots of videos, recent videos on fake spirituality. Watch those, because those will be the basics of my next videos coming up about these. This Chat Daybell, Lori Vallow is like the exact example of my videos on fake spirituality, because those people believe in some lifetimes and next lifetime and previous lifetime and whatever lifetime, how many lifetimes, and it's just we are just toxic to each other on this earth, on this lifetime, but we were married in the past lifetime. Like, what the hell are we doing? And these fake spirituality, tarot channels, astrology channels, they're all complicit into this because of their own toxicity, their own brain cuckoo. That's how they make money off of that, the people's vulnerability, so that people believe in that. And my point where I come from is, why would you believe in that stuff? Why? Because you are weak to believe in that. You are in a toxic relationship, you are in a toxic job, you have a toxic boss, you have toxic neighbors, you live in a place that you don't love, and then you're like, everyone, no, in the next lifetime I will be a queen. Like, screw that. You are miserable on this life, and you have only one life that you're responsible. Even if, who knows, it's made up stuff. Even if there will be next lives, who can guarantee anything? Who says that? Like, I mean, come on, guys. Who says that? And the train drives me crazy. Damn it. What's wrong with this conductor? So who says that? Who can give the guarantee that in the next lifetime you will be the princess or whatever in the next lifetime, and after that in the next fifth lifetime you will be the queen of whatever the land? So who says that? Who made this stuff up? And how come that you would believe in that side of stuff? That's what I'm trying to explain, and that's where I come in to teach you that how can you be strong and healthy and happy and abundant and prosperous on this life, on this planet Earth. You know what I mean? We only have one single life to live. Do you want to keep your life miserable and just watching and watching and watching all of these YouTubers and YouTubers and YouTubers, why these YouTubers and YouTubers and YouTubers make money off of you? Because you are vulnerable. You want to believe in that stuff. And my point is, I will help you, and my programs help you to not believe in that stuff, because you will be so strong, so in your power, so abundant, so prosperous, so healthy, so happy that you're like, what? You know? And you will be connecting with your own spirituality. You and yourself. And your own spirituality. Let me tell you, what they are saying is not spirituality. The lifetimes and the past life and the whatever lifetimes and twin flames and whatever the flame is just all messed up, SHIT. Because these people who teaching that, like chat, example is Chat Daybell. And because these, and Laurie Daybell, I mean, I have a very, very strong case here that I will be talking about, because these people's lives were so miserable, so from the birth on onwards manipulative, and so it's just, this is what they do. And the point is, how come you fall into this? Because your life is miserable, you are unhappy, and that's why. And I will prove this to you with that video coming up. So before that, I want you to watch my fake spirituality videos where I talk more about this if you're interested. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments. I love your comments. Thank you so much, guys. Shout out to all my members, my subscribers. I love you guys. Thanks for the thumbs ups and for sharing my videos. So let's reach far and wide to save the world, because I believe that we can save the world. The people on my channel, my community, are the ones who will save this world, and we can do it.